Alright, so we've got another little progress video here. I've got my trusty studio assistant. He's inspecting. And so now I'm going to do the glazing of the inside of the mugs. I spent a good while mixing the glaze with my drill, and I'm just going to glaze the interior of the mugs right now. They've been fired once, up to about 1900 degrees. That's called the Bisque Firing. And so now all of the moisture's out of it, and it's kind of like, it feels like a terracotta pot, basically. So the glaze is a bunch of powdered chemicals that have been measured out, like a recipe. And this is going to be like a white, kind of like a gingerbread icing kind of thing. So, yeah, just kind of, the first thing I do is kind of wipe out the bottom, the inside of the mug, because there's like a powdery residue on each piece, and that can get in the way of the glaze really adhering to the pot. Some people go as far as like soaking them in water, or like dipping them and sponging them out. I don't do that. But you don't want my teacher that I just took a class with, I like how he described glazing as like kind of like a Japanese tea ceremony. It's like you have all your accoutrements out, like no distractions, and because like I'll do all this work, and then like 5 seconds of glazing can make or break the piece, you know. So you don't want it to be too thick, you don't want it to be too thin, and it's a matter of like muscle memory and, you know, practice. So, alright, and you kind of have to mix up the glaze, you know, a little bit, because the water starts to separate at the top. And the glaze chemicals start to do a little bit of settling. Not a ton, but, you know. So, got my glaze poured in, almost all the way up to the top. And then I just kind of pour it out, and then turn it so that it touches the edge all evenly. And slowly the water in the glaze is going out, and in a few moments I'll start to see color changing. I've done one, and you can kind of see where it's thinner on the mug. See how it's a little darker there? That's where it's thinner, and the water kind of is showing through a little bit more than the thicker parts. So at Greenbridge Pottery, we used to glaze everything all at one time, but you know, when you go to different schools of thought, or, you know, at Baltimore Clay Works, where I've done a bunch of firing as Patapsco Pottery, you learn that people do things differently, and it's pretty cool just to kind of see it's like endless possibilities, you know. That's like the handle thing, you know. I had always done my handles one way, but I like how these are so far. We'll see how they feel once the whole thing's done, because it's going to shrink up even more in the last firing. So, but yeah, so if you glaze the interior first and let it dry overnight. Yeah, he wants to go outside. Then more pigment from the glaze gets soaked in to the mug. I'm just going to wipe some of that drip off. Because of the way, if it's like saturated with water, it won't, the glaze won't adhere as thickly. So I'll get like a more brilliant glaze if I glaze the inside, let it dry, and then glaze the outside. So it's a longer process. So if I did it Greenbridge way, then I could fire tomorrow. But I do like the idea of having a more brilliant glaze, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just glaze the interiors tonight, so that makes it easy, right? One thing I'm doing right now is using my Linoleum Cuts and getting them to the right size on Photoshop so that they'll print out on some special decal paper in just a bit. This is just kind of a dry run on regular paper, but so I've been sitting here making sure they're going to print out right for those white mugs. Tomorrow will be the cutting and placing on the mugs, and then another firing. So just FYI. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. Yesterday I was using Photoshop to shrink down my linoleum cuts down to this size. You can see my little accordion doggy with Irish bittersweet under him. They're printed using a toner that has iron oxide in it, so when it goes into the last firing, everything burns away except for the iron oxide. So it'll turn like, it won't be the black color, it'll be like a real dark brown, like rust. That's iron oxide. So sorry for the buzz, that's the kiln on. So I've had the one decal soaking in warm water. He's still connected to the paper. It's kind of like a temporary tattoo. So then I just kind of slide it on to this mug that's already been ready to go. It's all fired. I could use it this way, but these are going to go to a shop up in New Hampshire. So I'm slowly bringing the paper away. Throw that out. And then it slides around on the glaze, so I can kind of bring it down or pull it up. But so this is gonna sell at a shop. It's a bunch, the guy is like, the owner plays bluegrass music, so old time. This is more like old time or Celtic or Irish session music. But hey, he said he liked them all, so let me show you. So this one's pretty much done. I just have to kind of, if there's any wrinkles in the decal, I gotta kind of smooth that out. But this seems pretty good. So I've got a bunch here. Let's switch this around for you. Yeah, there's the cute cat, Brooks. It's past his bedtime. These are ones that I've done. And then, let's see. So then we've got the, yep, that's the one that I made a sticker out of. I got the base. And then sheep with dulcimer. Little dog fiddle guy. Let's see, where are the guitars? Here's a guitar one. So they need to be fired once more, and then they'll be ready to go. So I am working along here, feeling good. Hey there. Just wanted to give you an update about my order here. I've got them all out of the kiln this morning, and I'm about to sand the bottoms, and yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out. It's kind of hard to see, sorry. But there's a cat playing the lap dulcimer. Anyway, got my work cut out. Gotta get them to the post office this afternoon, so